Hello guys, welcome back to Abdo channel. As we have covered most of the integration part between Spring Boot and Firebase database in terms of the doing CRUD operations like connecting to the database, setting up all the projects, connecting to the database, creating records, fetching records, all those things we have completed in the last videos, in the previous videos. As part of that, this video series, this is the final part of the Spring Boot Firebase integration CRUD operations video series. In this video, we will be covering update and delete operations. Okay, so let's start with that. Okay, so the operations which we are doing against the Firestore database, we have written all those operations in our customer service. So let me go there and write a new method, public void update customer. Okay, so for this one, I'll be getting the customer object from the client. Okay, this has to connect to the Firestore and also has to get the collection reference. This is the collection reference. Okay, so here I am not going to get the whole collection reference, but instead I want to get the collection reference for which the update operation is triggered from the client. So there is a method available get id. Okay, from this collection I want to get a document. Okay, document of customer dot get id. Okay, with this method earlier we have while doing the create operation we just have not passed any argument to the document on this collection, right? There it has created a new document in that collection with the auto generated id. Now here we are passing a id to this collection, then it is trying to search with that id whether any record is there or not. Okay, so if it is there, then it will extract that record from that collection, from this collection. Okay, so if you see this, here we are getting a document, right? We are calling document, so it returns the document reference, but not the API feature. So we have to accept it into document reference. Okay, so once we have accepted that into document reference, see here still some error, we'll see it. Okay, we are accepting the given id so document. Okay, once we have the document, so similar to the save operation, document reference dot save set. Okay, to this set we have to pass whatever the object we have received from the client. Okay, that's all. Okay, API, what it returns? It returns the set operation returns API future, right? So API future of write result, I guess. Yeah, write result API future. Okay, that's all. We will see how to. Okay, let's see sending the proper response object as well. Here we have sent the customer create response with the updated time and the ID of the newly inserted record, right? Similarly, we will send the updated ID and the updated time. Okay, customer create response. Okay, customer create response is already auto while here, right? So customer create response dot set updated time. That updated time I will get from future dot get. It will wait for the operation to complete, right? On this one I have to call the updated time. So this one I have to convert to date because set updated time takes the java.util.date. Okay, customer create response dot set id. Okay, what id I have to send? Whatever there in the whatever the id that was updated, right? Customer dot get id. Okay, so the moment I call the get, I have to throw or handle the exception. Let me throw it. Okay, after throwing the exception, I have to return it, right? Customer create a response. Okay, that's all about the service. Okay, we have set whatever that was received, the updated object. So it will execute the request. It sends the request to the database and gives immediately the promise that I'm going to complete this. And once the promise is completed, then you will get the response into this future. This future will be having the updated time once the record is successfully updated. Okay, as we are calling it after the get call. Okay, so get call will actually wait for the operation that is there on this promise to complete. Okay, so that's all about the update customer service operation. Now let me call it from this controller. Okay, so we have seen it, right? All the create and the fetch operations. Now let me call customer public customer create response is the return type to it. uh, Update customer. Update customer is again taking customer input object. So all object properties we can update it, right? So this will be having at the date put mapping. Okay, put mapping. I want to have it update. Okay, so slash customer slash update will be the with put method. Then this method will be executed. Now customer service dot update customer, whatever customer I return from the client. So return again. I have to throw the exception. That's all about the update operation. Okay, let me restart the application. Okay, application is started up without any issues. Now what I'll do is first I'll extract all the objects. Okay, let's wait for the response to come. Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll because this is the same customer object, I have to pass it as part of the update request as well, right? Customer slash update slash slash is there or not here. Slash is not here, so I should not be passing the slash here. And this is the put operation, and I have to give it a body, and this is the JSON body. See here, if you see this, John is there, right? Here what I'm going to do is I'm going to update John's name to John123. Okay, okay, now let me search for let me update this one. Okay, okay, let me update this. There is some problem, we will see it. What is the problem? Path must be a non-empty string. Okay, path, yep, because this customer we are expecting, but we are not mentioning that we will receive it from the request body, right? So we have to mention it. Once this is triggered, let me trigger the request. It is executing the request. So after execution, we have to get this ID and the updated time back if it is successfully executed, right? That's what, yep. See this, this is the same ID we return back. We got it back and the updated timestamp as well. If you now go and check, okay, customer slash, this is the get operation, and this should not be having any body. The John's name is updated to John 123. Okay, now if I go and check the put operation again, the King John. Okay, I want to show one another use case of the fetch operation with this example. Now I am mentioning the John's name as King John. We are already having a customer whose name is starting with King. Okay, now let me update this. We will see. Okay, this is updated. Okay, no, this. Okay, let me do the put operation and do this update. Yeah, this is updated now. Let me do the fetch and see what all names are there for the customers. See, King John is there, Scott is there. The new record is also inserted. That's okay. Okay. So here three customers are there. King John is there, Scott is there, King John, King is there. Okay. Now if I search for this customer, customer slash search, right? Customer slash search, key. Key is the variable name, right? Yeah, key is the variable name, customer slash search. Okay. King. I just want to see who all customers having the name King. Okay. See this. We got all the customers. Okay. If you search for only King John or only King, then that is not the where clause which we have to use. We have to use the something else. Okay. Some where equals, some method will be there. Where equals. If you use where equals, then if you pass King, only this method will come. Only this object will come. But the moment we use the where greater than and where less than, and we pass the King, the whatever customer's name is having the King, starting with King, all those customer objects are returned. Okay. So earlier we have seen the update operation as well, right? So yeah, that's all about the update operation. We are able to successfully update the user, update the document in a collection in Firestore database. Now let us go to the delete operation. Okay. Here again, I am coming to the service public void delete customer. So to this delete customer, I just need the ID. Okay. I don't need the whole customer object. Okay. Again, the moment I have to use the Firestore. I have to get the Firestore, and after the Firestore, I have to get the customer collection, right? And for the customer collection as well, I have to get only the ID record that is having the given ID that I received from the client. Okay. From this customer collection, I am getting this document having this ID. Okay. So this will be having only the document reference, right? Doc reference. Okay. The moment I have the doc reference, okay, there should be reference. Doc reference dot, there should be a method delete. Okay. Deletes the document referred to by this document reference. So if you want to delete a document from a collection in Firestore, we have to use the delete, like set for save and update operations, and get documents and get fetch operations. Delete is the method for deleting a document from the collection. Okay, delete. Okay, what it is returning? It is returning API future write result, right? So API future write result. API future is equal to. Okay, so we have to wait for that response, right? So if you want to wait for that response, then we have to call the get After calling the get, we will get the updated time, right? That time I want to convert to date. This one I want to give it to customer delete response. Okay, instead of not sending any response, I want to send the customer delete response object. Okay, customer delete response set updated date. Okay, I'm going to create this method and this bean itself. Okay, let me create a bean first. Customer delete response. Okay, customer delete response. This will be having private date, updated date. Also, this will be having a status, delete status. Okay, private boolean. Okay, boolean status. Let me generate getters and setters to it. Our.util.date I need. Okay, let me go to the service now. I have to auto-wire it like customer save and customer fetch. Customer delete response at auto-wire. Okay, so updated date we assigned it. We also assign the status, okay, as true because the operation is completed successfully, right? So we are assigning true here. So we have to return the customer delete response from here. Instead of void, I'll add customer delete response. Okay, that's all about the delete service. There is some problem, we'll see it. What is the problem? Yeah, here we have to add it. Again, the moment we call get, we have to handle or throw the exception, right? Yep. So that's all about the service. Let me go to the controller. Here, public, this is going to return customer delete response object, delete customer, and it will be getting only the ID, and that ID will be part of request param or the query param. That's why we are mentioning it as request param annotation, and its name is ID, and we have to call customer service dot delete customer. Whatever ID we received from the client, that we will pass it, and whatever we receive as a response from the service, that we return to the client. Okay, that's all. Let me throw the exception. Again, I have to annotate this one, right? At today delete mapping will be there, slash delete. So slash customer slash delete question mark ID is equal to some ID, we have to pass it. Okay, based on that ID, it calls this delete customer service, and this delete customer connects and gets the document with that ID and deletes it from the collection and sends the updated date and the status as true once the operation is successfully completed. Okay, so that's all about the delete operation. Let me restart the application. Okay, here is a problem. Customer service required a bean of type customer delete response, but this is not injected because we have not annotated with that component. Okay, now let me run it. Yeah, now the application started up fine. Let me get all the customer list. Once I get all customer list, I'll take one customer ID and I'll invoke the delete operation on it and see whether the customer with the given ID is deleted successfully or not. Let's wait for, yeah, King John, all three kings, two King Johns, right? So let me take this ID starting with having VO. Okay, let me take this here. Also King John, here it is having SM5, right? So let me take this. After the delete operation we should not be seeing this, right? So let me initialize the delete operation. Customer slash delete question mark id is equal to this. Okay, now let me execute this. See, updated date is there and status is also true. That is the response the custom response we sent, right? Now let me go to get and see whether this record is actually deleted or not. See, only one King John now. Scott is there, King John is there. That ID is already deleted. No results, right? If you want, we can try this one, removing this one as well. Okay, we'll see it. Customer slash delete question mark ID is equal to this. Okay, yeah, this is also deleted successfully. Now let me go there and search for all customers. Now two records got deleted successfully. The initial two records were there now. So we have seen the update and delete operations with real-time coding and with detailed explanation in this video. We have used the delete method, we have used the set method, we have used the get and get documents method to do the CRUD operations between Spring Boot and the Firebase integration CRUD operations project. Okay, that's all for today. With this video, we are done with the integration between Spring Boot microservice and the Firebase by using the CRUD operations project. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. We will meet in the next video. Please give it a like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.